Both of us had been camping many times before, so we knew what we were doing. But this was Ethan's first time coming to this exact spot. We hiked down a long trail for a few hours until we reached a small clearing where we always set up camp. I think we arrived somewhere around 6 in the evening. And then cracked open a few beers while talking around the fire as the sun slowly disappeared behind the trees. It was calm, relaxing, and honestly felt like the perfect night. But maybe 2 hours later, we both heard something moving around just outside of the circle of light our fire gave off. It sounded like something walking around in the dark, somewhere behind the trees. We both turned to look, but we couldn't see anything out there. The sound stopped, and nothing else happened afterward. That's how minor it felt at the time. When you camp often, you get used to those kinds of noises. They happen a lot, and they're usually nothing to worry about. In the morning, we woke up early because this campsite was great for a very specific reason. There was a completely private pond about half a mile into the woods that almost nobody knew about. There was no marked trail leading to it, so unless you already knew it was there, you would never find it. The pond had a small waterfall and a tiny river flowing through it, and it always felt like some secret place that only we knew existed. We spent most of our morning there, probably 3 or 4 hours in total. We swam, relaxed, and enjoyed the quiet. At this point, it felt like I was trying to beat the sun before it fully disappeared. Even though we had headlamps and I knew the area during the day, it was still easy to get lost at night in the woods. I reached into my bag to check it, thinking Ethan was probably just asking how close I was. But instead, he sent me the words, "I see you." I remember stopping dead in my tracks. What did he mean by that? I wasn't even near the pond yet. I looked around, confused, not seeing anyone. I reached it quickly and rushed toward the tree line at the edge of the water. Ethan wasn't there. I yelled his name, and my voice echoed through the trees. And with the daylight almost gone, I knew I needed to get back before it became pitch black. I began walking back, feeling more and more nervous with each step. The woods felt heavier, darker, colder. I froze. That wasn't Ethan, not even close. My heart was pounding. My hands were shaking as I grabbed my messenger and began sending Ethan message after message. Panic was taking over. Something was seriously wrong. Then, maybe a minute later, Ethan came running out of the woods and into the campsite. His face showed pure fear mixed with relief. He told me we needed to leave right now. I told him I saw someone at our fire. He tried asking the person if he knew how to get back to the trail, but the man didn't answer. He just kept walking toward Ethan with this strange smile on his face. According to Ethan, something about the man's face didn't look right. It didn't look normal. That's when Ethan panicked and ran in the direction he hoped was toward camp. He got lost again but eventually saw the fire and headed straight to it. We grabbed everything we could and left immediately. The hike back felt endless. Every sound in the woods made us jump, but we eventually made it to the car and drove away. On the drive home, I thought back to the first night the sound we heard outside our camp.